Hi there, been a little bit, but I've wanted to talk about this article that's been floating around for a little while now. I've already talked about this, I think twice on stream, but I find it extremely telling about where the industry is going and how other companies might follow suit in the near future, about the relation of owning your own computer. Let's begin. This is off of Mine MMO. That's a cool name. One of the largest PC manufacturers in the world announces a solution to the rising RAM prices that you probably won't like. Are you ready? RAM is becoming more expensive. We already know this. And this is also affecting gaming laptops. I started out with a gaming laptop as my first, truly owned computer system. I was using hand-me-downs for college, and then back in, I think 2021, I was like, oh, Acer laptop, that's cool, I'll buy that. Since then, I was making content with that laptop, and then I moved on to building my system last year. However, instead of using cheaper components or reducing specs, HP is taking an untested path and wants to rent hardware as a subscription. Hey, we all saw this coming! Renting your own stuff instead of owning it. It's like renting a computer from a library. What strategy is HP pursuing? HP has already begun in the US to offer certain laptops not only for traditional sale, but also as a rental model. Instead of paying the full purchase price, customers can pay monthly installments and use the device for a limited time. Great, cool, amazing. The background includes rising costs for components such as memory. Recently, even Studio TT Games lowered the system requirements for the latest LEGO game in response to the difficult situation in the hardware market. I believe that was the new Batman LEGO game that's coming out. Memory chips for DRAM, such as DDR5 and DDR4 memory modules and graphics memory, are currently at a record high due to the global memory crisis. Yes, they're now starting to go back to DDR3 manufacturing even. We just got, shot back 6, 7, 8 years in computer development. That's cool. I like that. I like having weaker hardware for more demanding games. If memory prices rise, as they have recently, this significantly increases the costs of devices. Instead of choosing cheaper RAM suppliers, reducing specifications, or drastically increasing prices again, HP is opting for a new subscription model for its in-house Omen gaming hardware. Kind of just said the exact same thing, but yeah, it's a little more in-depth. The mobile contract for gaming notebooks. How does the subscription model work? Users pay a monthly fee for the rented laptop similar to a smartphone contract. This model could appear attractive to some gamers. The barrier to entry is lowered because a few thousand euros do not have to be paid up front. However, there is a crucial difference. At the end, the device typically does not belong to you. It's sand. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't matter. No matter what you put on that system, software, blah, 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 I'm assuming you would probably need to buy an HDD or an SSD in order to store things you don't want to lose when you return the laptop. Or I think maybe you have to do a factory reset. Let's see here. In return, subscribers receive a current laptop from the Omen or Victus series, 24/7 support, and, as a key selling point, the option to replace the device with a new model each year. Okay, so you're basically renting or you're buying a cell phone for real. You're getting the Samsung Galaxy S27 or the iPhone 27. What is that? Is it 23? What are we at right now? Whatever. Let's see here. The Victus 15-inch screen. $50 per month. Ooh, Ryzen 7 processor. A 4050. Ooh. From what I know, though, from what I understand, laptop GPUs are not the same thing as desktop GPUs. So if something says a 5080, wow, I don't know if that's comparable to a desktop 5080. It all depends on your processor. It's an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. Okay, that's pretty crazy, actually. Yeah, it deals with your CPU as well, but I mean, the fans of your laptop will go crazy regardless. In the long run, a rental model can become more expensive than a purchase. Yes. Additionally, players lose some control over independent upgrades. Yeah, you can't pop in a new set of RAM if you need to upgrade that on your rig on your laptop. It's probably like, nope, if you try and tamper with this, the contract is null and you have to pay us a massive fee. Blah, blah, blah. The idea behind this, hardware as a service, is already well established in the business sector, but not yet in the private sector, or the consumer sector. Yeah, that's private sector. Now, what are the contract terms? In addition to the high monthly cost of the subscription model, the terms are also not without. If someone wants to cancel the subscription early after the trial period, they must pay the full amount as a compensatory cancellation fee. Yes, this fee can even exceed the original price of the respective model. I hate that. Yeah, that's like a terrible interest on a credit card payment or something. And even after paying a compensatory fee, users are required to return the device regardless. Oh, okay, so they still have to return it, obviously. Cool. So far, the model has only been launched in the USA. Whether and when HP will bring the model to Europe is currently unclear. It's probably going to come to Europe as well. Rising RAM prices are just a symptom of a tense market. Manufacturers are responding with new models, not always to the satisfaction of gamers. How far will this go is also evident from strategies against fraudsters. RAM thieves and fraudsters have become so brazen that the manufacturer is now using a new trick to protect you. Okay, whatever that is, that's a different thing. So, HP is a massive, massive tech company. If they are the first larger company to do this, probably smaller companies are, since they're like the first to do this model, yeah, other companies are gonna follow suit. They're gonna be like, well, we can do the same thing that HP is doing. Yeah, let's do the rental laptop. We'll have our limited stock of main laptops as well, and this will probably also go towards desktop computers on top of laptops. This is just the test because not everybody's going to want to have a laptop. Maybe they'll actually want to spend the money to buy a desktop. Maybe they're using it as a workstation or just as a gaming rig, whatever you want. But this is the test bed, okay? Now, for libraries, what I mean by that is this feels like they are becoming a university library. Like a university library, you would pay, it would like roll into your tuition fee for classes for that semester. You would have this laptop, you would get like a 1 terabyte SSD to go with it, and you could do your coursework on it. That I totally understand in the realm of not being able to afford a laptop yourself, and it would be like a heavily reduced fee if you rented it, and it would not actually cost as much as like a full laptop purchase or computer purchase, whatever, desktop. But it's the fact that HP is doing it. AMD Ryzen processor, Intel Core processor, NVIDIA RTX GeForce 5060, 5070, 5080. I even want to look at the price real quick. $50 a month for the Ryzen 7 RTX 4050, 16 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte SSD, $70 for a 1-inch different screen, same processor, just, they upgraded to the 5060 for this one, 16 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte storage. This would add up, though. If you try and rent this laptop for more than a year? Now, you try and rent this thing for 2 years at $1,680, assuming there's no interest, assuming there's no taxes. You're going to eventually be buying this laptop outright, but you're still only renting it. That's the whole thing about this. It will eventually get more expensive than what the laptop is worth. Oh, then you do the trade-in and you get the newer version of the laptop. Just like a cell phone. That's the entrapment of a contract that they're going to be doing on people. Anyways, so I wanted to leave you guys with this. This is from Hedgie on Hedgie Markets. HP launched a gaming laptop subscription where you pay monthly but never own the hardware. The high-end option is $130 a month for an RTX 5080 Omen Max 16. That same laptop costs $2,110 to buy outright, meaning you'd pay the full price in about 16 months, but still own nothing. If you cancel after the first month, you do face hefty fees. Canceling the top tier subscription in month 2 costs $1,430, plus you still have to return the laptop. You can only cancel for free after 13 months, but which you've already paid $1,690 and still have no laptop. HP's justification: the traditional upgrade cycle keeps most gamers perpetually one step behind, but with access to a new laptop every year, your subscription breaks that cycle completely. My take: this feels like the logical endpoint of the subscription economy. Yep. You pay for your internet, you pay for your cell phone, you pay for a license to play your games, but not actually owning the .exe file. You pay forever, you own nothing, and the company frames it as you doing you a favor. HP is betting that people are so conditioned to monthly payments that they won't do the math, showing that they'd pay full price in 60 months and then keep paying after that, especially if you really like that model of laptop and you don't want to upgrade. Memory chip prices are up 60% because data centers are consuming everything. Hardware costs are rising, and now HP is using the affordability crisis to push a model that you will, where you never build equity in anything you use. We've seen this with software, streaming, cars, and now gaming hardware. Ooh, I love when you have to rent or like pay a subscription for seat warmers in your car. The pitch is always about flexibility and staying current. Yes. I got the earpods of this year. I got the new J's of this year. I got the 2027 car model of this year. The reality is you're perpetually renting your life from companies that figured out recurring revenue beats selling you something once. At least when you finance a laptop, you eventually own it. Yup. You can also buy parts to upgrade it over time, like a desktop, or, as long as you do the right amount of planning, like, okay, this motherboard can handle this GPU, this CPU, this kind of RAM, and eventually I could upgrade that RAM if I want to, or upgrade the CPU if I really want to. You gotta reset the BIOS and everything's fine again, At least when you blah, blah, blah. I don't know how we got to a place where you will own nothing stopped being a dystopian warning and became an actual business model. Hedgie. Thanks, Hedgie. Thank you, little hedgehog dude. Yep, true. True and aware. Very aware. Oh, hello. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. This is how our world could change by 2030. Read more. Anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to leave you guys on. Last but not least, having a rental model for like a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop, on paper, that sounds cool. It shouldn't be that expensive. And it shouldn't be locking you into a contract or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to tamper with it when you rent it. Options are good, and I get where they're coming from, but this is terrible. You end up with nothing at the end. You have to understand and know what you're getting into. That's all I'm saying. That's all I need to say. That's it. That's what I wanted to leave you with. Just be aware that, whatever contract you're entering in, what that will look like, especially if you're also having to pay taxes and interest on it. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time. This is ZeroEchoZenith.